in the chat, but I at least want to say hello. I'm going to kind of wait, I guess, a little bit till I get more people in the chat because I know Lee, he set up our table for us, and I do want to say, thank you for that. I was just, but I don't know. It says that there's 2 people in the chat. So, okay. Well, I see Lee and I see Vanessa. So, and you know what? We may not have very many people, and that's okay because I know that, I didn't go live last week because it was the first week back at school. And, okay, no, I do not want to renew my thing. Oh my gosh, my computer. I am telling you, I have had issues with computers all day today. They hate me. I'm not sure what it is. I had conversations with them. I said, listen here, we're not doing this today. And then it still did. So it's like now it's happening at home too. I'm like, okay, I think I have. So hopefully the internet gods are going to leave me alone and let me do my thing. So I'm going to, it'll be really easy to catch up in the chat because I'm going to go ahead and just start out at the beginning. Say hello to everybody. So first off, I want to say always thank you, Lee and Lenora, for setting out our table. He says, takes out the trash and recycles, puts out a variety of finger foods and snacks, places soft drinks and various waters on the table, puts out some white, dark, and milk chocolate fountains, pretzels, marshmallows, and fruits for everyone. Welcome to Mystria Diamonds. Help yourself. Come on in, grab a snack, and hit that like button on the way to your seat. I always appreciate that you do that for us, Lee. It means a lot to me. And Vanessa is here. I'm so happy to see Vanessa here. Okay, what is chat doing? No, I told you we are not doing this tonight, y'all. Hey, Robin, how are you doing, girl? Oh, Vanessa, you're so sweet. Thank you. I appreciate it. Hello, Erin. Hello, M. Miller. Hello, Dragons and Diamond Dust. I love that name because you know me. I'm a dragon girl, so anything that has dragons in it, I am like, hello, Kathy. Oh, thank you, Lee. I appreciate that. Hello, Karen. Hello, Kaden. How are you? Oh, you are too sweet, Kaden. You might need some glasses, but I really appreciate it anyway. Hello, Shelly. Hello, Brandy. Oh, thank you, Em. That's so sweet. Hello, Susan from Surprise, Arizona. I always love to Surprise, Arizona. Hello, Sue. Hey, Sarah. Hey, Kim. Hello, Cracker Shells. How are you? Hello, Marion. Okay, so I have caught up. But, yeah, for those that have not had a chance, I kind of made the decision before kids came back to school that I don't know. The thing is that y'all know I always put my hair up in a ponytail, and I'm not sure what exactly I was doing to myself, but basically my forehead was turning into a 5, 6, and 7 head. I don't know if it's just pulling it back, and it just I was scared that I was going to look like one of them bald men that I didn't want that, and so I figured I needed to do something, and so when I went to, which y'all probably don't know if you've never actually met me, my hair was down to my tuchus. My tuchus was down. That's how far it was. And so when I went to her, and I said, okay, so I still want long-ish hair, but I do need the dead ends cut off. And she just kind of looked straight at me and said, so here's the deal with that. You have a lot of dead ends because, okay, look, I'll admit it had been 6 years since I did anything with my hair. Color, cut, anything. So by the time she got done cutting, I mean, it is, past my shoulder. So I still long-ish. And then as far as color, because, my gray was just really showing a lot. And so I asked for highlights and lowlights, and so I'm really pleased. She did a really good job. It's the first time I've ever gone to this lady. So needless to say, this lady is going to be my person, because if she can do this, she my person. and it's weird because I don't consider myself like pretty or anything like that, but just getting this haircut and color, am I the only one that, sometimes when you just get a new hairstyle, you just feel more confident about yourself. So I just feel a little confident about myself, although I kind of expected the students that I had last year, that I have this year, to have noticed it, and they just kind of looked at me. You could tell that they were like, but then they didn't want to say anything. So I, I finally, in one of my classes, I was like, of my geometry kids that I had last year in algebra, I said, in case you're wondering, yes, I did something to my hair. No, you're not going crazy. And like half the class was like, whoo, because we didn't want to say anything. We just thought we were losing our brains. I thought y'all are so cute. Let's see. Amy, you're so excited you never get to watch the lives because you're at work. Oh, you're on vacation this week. Well, I'm so glad you could come join us, Amy. Not exactly. I mean, like I said, usually I get a lot more people that'll come in the live when Randall's on. When it's just me, as long as I'm not crazy. Right now, I'm pretty good because even though last week was too crazy, I came home from the first week with kids at school, and even though I'd already been back the week before with teacher in service and stuff, it's very different when you have the kiddos come back, because I forgot how sore and tired I would be doing everything. Today was definitely interesting because our district instituted a new dress code policy. And they made the announcement on Friday to the kids that it was going to be upheld today. So today was monitoring the dress code, which did not go over well if you had a clue, because it didn't. Kaden, you have glasses. Aw, and your mom told you never, like, Kaden, you're so sweet. Hello, Kim. Hey, Matt, how you doing, sweetie? Hey, Bonnie from Iowa. Hello, Sarah Ann. How are you, sweetie? Thank you, Kim. Kaden, you're something else. I love you so much. Linda just received Moon Witch by Ann Stokes. I know. Is she not an amazing artist? I'm telling you, actually, I don't know what I would do if I ever had an opportunity to meet Ann Stokes. Like, I've seen videos, and the thing is that I've been seeing her art for so long that, you think, well, she's just got to be this super old person. She's not. And it's like, oh my God. Or if she is, she has discovered the fountain of youth. And like, so I would, yeah, I mean, heck, when I met Randall that time, I almost lost my ability to talk. And y'all know me, it's very hard for me to lose my ability to talk, but I was like, I know I look like an absolute blundering idiot, but luckily he was very sweet about it. I am going to do the mystery kit. I am so excited. It skipped on me. Thank you, Robin. Hello, Lisa. Yes, Anne is an amazing artist. Oh, Sarah Ann, you started homeschooling? Schooling of any kind is mentally exhausting. Extremely. That's the one thing people used to, when I'd come home and I'd say I was tired, and they'd be like, oh, what kind of job do you do? And I tell them I'm a teacher, and they just look at me and go, it's not like you do anything physical. What have you got to be tired about? I just stopped answering that statement, because if you've never experienced it, you don't quite understand. There's a whole different level to mental exhaustion than there is to physical. But yeah. Hello, Mary Lou. How are you? Oh, Brandy, this is your last week of summer vacation before you go back.
Hello, everybody. It's taken me 3.
As you can see, I had Kara up on my other phone, and I got to hear my bestie again. What is an I? Okay, I may be crazy, but Brady, what's an IA? I don't think we have different terms here in Florida. So, like, is it like a teacher's assistant? Is it like a para? I'm not sure. She was young when she started drawing for Dungeons and Dragons. Oh, okay, because I mean, that's where I'd seen a lot of her work to start off with. Was because look, I am not ashamed to admit it. I was a Dungeons and Dragons girl, and if I actually found a adult group, I'm going to say adult group because I last year there were some kids that were trying to convince me to be a sponsor for a D&D group at the middle school. I did not say yes because I just I'm not sure what storylines that they might come up with, their characters and actions, and I just said but so I know that it, yeah, some people are, might be like, oh, you're a nerd. Look, I'm a nerd geek, whatever you want to call it. I love math. I love dragons. I love D&D. I played Magic the Gathering. Still have tons of cards somewhere. They're still at my old place that I still got to bring here. There's still a lot of stuff that I got to bring here, and I'm still trying to get it all in here. But it's a lot smaller space here than my old place, so it's a little bit more difficult. And Kara made me feel better because, of course, she always does. She's my bestie. She got my back. And whenever I start going off the rails or losing my little marbles, I can always count on Kara to bring me down to earth. And Sue and Mindy also helped me brought down to earth. But she made me feel better because I'm like, God, I feel so bad being so tired. Like it's literally just the first day back with kids. And then on Friday, y'all, Friday of that first week, I came home. I collapsed in my bed. I did not diamond paint. I literally just collapsed and started watching my Once Upon a Time. I just, all I wanted to do was veg, watch Once Upon a Time, eat a snack or something, but that's all I wanted to do. I did get a little bit more done during the month, but I put my canvases on hold. I did have 5 canvases, and now I'm down to 3. I'm down to 3. Got 2 done. I'm so proud of myself. I shouldn't be excited, but I'm excited for myself. But the problem is all my canvases have been put on hold. They're in timeout. So hopefully they don't lose themselves because I did. I said in Kara's live, I went and bought some stuff for a small canvas that I have. It was the Ursula because I bought the frosted crystals for her hair because I thought, oh, that would be so much prettier than just the white drills that they gonna have. And so I got all excited that, that's a small painting. I could paint that up. I could kit that up and have my special drills and everything. And now the canvas is hiding from me. I put it up in a safe place, but see, I need to start realizing that every time I say I'm going to put something up in a safe place, I make it safe from myself. Because now I don't know where it's at. So I got to go hunting. I got to go hunting and picking and figure out where it's at. So that I can do that, because I know that means adding. I've got some more canvases. I've emptied out some kits, some drills, and ready to kit up some other stuff. But then the other part of me is like, Randy, you still haven't finished these. The reason my canvases are on hold because I'm doing Smashing the Specials right now this month, and so I'm just working on my special drill projects. But then I feel bad every time I walk by my canvases and they're just like glaring at me like, what is wrong with you? There is no tired like first week back with kids. Oh God. Well, the good news about when they first come back is, well, my geometry kids are a little different because I had them as algebra last year. So I already know their personalities. They already know my personality. So they didn't give me a little honeymoon phase. But usually teachers will get like a honeymoon phase where the kids don't really know what to expect from you. And so they're well behaved because they're watching. They're watching and they're waiting to see how are you going to be. And so today was the start of honeymoon phase over. So I started seeing some other little personalities today, especially when you add in the dress code thing. So that was fun. Let's see. Oh, Caden, you are so sweet. I loved it. Yes, I wish I would have had you as a student, Caden. It would have been fun. Hello, Sherry. How are you? Oh, no, Sarah Ann, you just found out. Oh, no, your 14-year-old Yorkie broke her jaw. Goes for surgery on Thursday. Well, I will certainly. Hey, look, I'm going to be putting up a little prayer that everything goes well for the Yorkie. What's she name? I love Yorkies are just the cutest little. Well, I am partial to, my dogs. I love my Husky, and I love my mini Dachshund. Which, of course, I don't have them here, but I still love them. Okay, it's like a parrot. Gotcha. There's my bestie. You're just sitting here listening, just humming along, Diamond. Well, I'm glad you're here, bestie. I love you so much. You did it. You always do a fabulous job. You know that. Oh, let's see. Where did it go? Where did it go? Oh, Kim, you played D&D for a few years. I'm not ashamed. I love it. It's a chance for you to use your imagination because y'all know I'm a theater girly, right? So, and that's the other thing that's killing me about being at middle school. In middle school with we don't have an auditorium, so there's no stage. So if I wanted to put together a theater program, we'd have to do our performances in the cafeteria. And let me just tell you, acoustics are not great in a cafeteria or in a gym. So that's one of the reasons why I'm not doing a theater program, but I miss it. Oh my God. I miss getting the chance to put on a performance for people because the kids get so excited. They get so into their roles and they get excited to perform for other people. So I do miss that. Part of me, if I had more time, part of me would want to go audition because, we have a couple of colleges here that have open auditions where you don't have to be a student there to audition for their plays. And I have thought about it, but it requires a lot of time commitment to do that. And so that's the only reason that I have not done it, but I have considered it. Hello, Diamonds Around the World. How are you? Oh, Sarah, whenever you tell people that you're a stay-at-home mom and homeschool, they say it's so nice to get to stay home with them and not do anything. No. If you are a stay-at-home mom and you are homeschooling, you're doing a lot because I have a feeling, I may be wrong because I never homeschooled my kids because I was always a teacher, but I would imagine they probably don't listen to you as well as what they do when they're just when you're not doing the schooling part. So that would be difficult because it'd be like, no, you've got to do this assignment now. I'm going to wait. I mean, I can only imagine what it would, I know what mine would be like. Mine would have been like, I'll do it in a minute. No, you'll do it now. No, I'll do it in a minute. And they don't have any friends around. So of course they want to go hang out with their friends or be online with their friends. And I'm like, your friends are at school, so they wouldn't be able to do that. Yes, I was exhausted. And what I realized is going back after all this time, because I have the summers off. It's not that I'm sedentary during the summer, but I'm more sedentary-ish. Summer is a time for teachers to catch up on the sleep that they missed during the year. And so I find myself, I'll be like, I can take a nap. I'm going to go take a nap. But I wasn't like up, walking the halls, walking around the classroom, walking the halls, walking around the classroom. And not to mention, flooring on here is very different. In school, it's like that hard concrete. It may have carpet, but that carpet has no padding. So it's very different. You have to write down everything in your notes on the phone. Oh my goodness. I don't even know how to do notes in my phone. I know it sounds bad, right? But I don't. I know there used to be in my old phone, but I don't know how to do it with my new one now. It's definitely, it's in a safe place. It's safe for me. I guess it didn't feel like being blamed right yet. Your best friend's granddaughter started teaching first year. Oh my gosh. Second graders. I was ready to quit the first week. They brought in a teacher's coach to mentor her. Florida school. Hey, look, teaching in Florida is not for the faint of heart. you know, I talked to my bestie, I talked to Mindy, I talked to all these other teachers from other states. It is very different teaching here. I mean, granted, I've never taught in other places, just listening to them, and I'm like, we don't have that. Oh, that doesn't happen for us. Why don't we get that? You know, but this is all I've ever known. I will tell you, God bless anybody that can do the elementary school, especially kindergartners, first, second grade. Whoo, they got more fortitude than me. Because, I mean, I have patience. I have to, because middle schoolers will and do test you. But it's just, there's something different about the littles. Although there are times that I imagine that elementary school kids listen a lot better than middle schoolers do, because I probably had to tell this same boy. I already have a kid that I know his name. I know his name, and I knew it day 2. And if you know anything about teachers, if we already know your name and your face right off the bat, it's probably because we called your name already quite a lot of times. So that's been fun. Oh, Kara, no, homeschooling is not easy. I don't know who thinks that just because you're homeschooling that it is easy. It is not. I had to canvas thief. I don't know. I think my canvases just like to get up on their own little legs and decide that they're going to put themselves wherever they want. 'Cause I know I put it somewhere. I'm just not aware. I have looked in these places that I would think that it would be, and it's not there. So I'm not sure where I could have. I know I didn't eat it. I didn't eat it. You know, but I put it somewhere. Yeah, I'd work. You'd rather work than homeschool? I have experience trying to get my child to do homework, and that was, oh, I'm so glad he graduated. I love my kids, do not get me wrong, but I had 2 that were honors kids, did everything themselves, and then I had my final one, and he could have done it, but he just told me straight out, I don't want to. I said, you know you're capable. He goes, oh, I know I'm capable, I just don't want to. I didn't know what to do with that, so... Oh, thank you, Mary Lou. That is so sweet. I appreciate that. Oh, her name is Zoe. Oh, well, I'm definitely going to be praying for little Zoe. Oh, it just jumped up on me again. Why does it do that? Oh, you got to go. And Caden's probably already chatting by the time that he's got to go relax and watch Shameless. Oh, Shameless. And get ready for work tomorrow. Well, have a great night, Caden. If I've already missed you, I'm sorry. So glad you stopped in. You're brainstorming something to sell on your website, and all the proceeds will go towards her surgery. Oh, well, that will be awesome. Be able to support the doggers. This year, Dragons and Diamonds is 18 for you. As energetic and happy as you are to meet your kids, you can definitely feel when the day is over. Yeah, although I will tell you, it's always different when you have planning period. Like, one year I had planning period the very first part of the day. I hated that. I hated having planning period when I first got to school. Because look, that's when I already have energy. I don't really need a break at that point. I like it when I have it later on in the day. So I have it like, my planning period is right after lunch. And if you know anything about kiddos and lunchtime and what happens after lunch, I don't know what happens. I don't know what they're putting in these lunches. I'm eating these lunches and it's not happening to me. But something happens to them when they get in there after they have eaten, and there's something that takes over their little bodies. And so I am really grateful that the period after lunch is my planning period, so I can go, okay, get all that out, and in that period, and then I'll be good to go. But so what is everybody, like I said, I am not doing any canvases. I am working on my Smash and the Special. So far I have done magnets. Now Danny and his fiance and her kids came to visit me this weekend, and of course I had done some really cute dragon magnets. I found it was like a set of like, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14 magnets. no, 16 magnets. I had to count. And I'm now down to 12 because all the kids saw them and they were like, oh, those are so pretty. Can I have one? So it was hard, but I did give up a couple of the magnets for them to take home. And they're kind of interested in possibly the next time that they come over. They're like, do you think we could try something like that? And I was like, I've got some stuff. We'll certainly let you try. I don't mind. Some people think teaching special ed is easy. Oh no, who thinks teaching special ed's easy as pie? No, sir. No, sir. When I was subbing, when I was going through school to be a teacher, I decided to sub when I didn't have classes for that week, because I needed some sort of income. And so I was subbing, and they put me in, the first time that they put me in at a middle school into a self-contained ESC room, and I had not been prepared. Nobody had prepared me, so I got bit. I had a kid that went up underneath the table and started howling and did not stop until I got a specific item of his that he needed or wanted. I had one ran around and liked to hide behind things. I had to chase that one, and I didn't have anybody in the room with me. And then the teacher, said, please, had left a little note, please have them do this. And I was just trying to survive all parts of it and trying to do what the teacher wanted. And so the next time I sub, all of a sudden I go back to that school and they're like, we're going to put you there because the kids already know you and they like you. And so they're comfortable and we don't want to do change too much. And I just, whew. And then luckily for me, I subbed at a high school. I just happened to sub for a math class. And, here's the thing with kids. And it was high school. And a lot of times if you have a sub and the teacher has left something for the sub and you're a math teacher, you don't usually tend to leave your lessons, right? Because, most subs don't know math and are not going to be able to teach the lesson. And you're just going to have to reteach it yourself anyway. And so the kids are like, ooh, subs usually don't know math. So you hand out the sheet that the teacher wanted you to do, or wanted the kids to do, and they come up and go, I don't understand this. Now, a lot of subs would have just looked at them and said, well, I don't really know how to do that either, so just go and sit down. So they would basically have a free period. So they tried it. They tried it with me, and I was like, oh, really? Well, let me show you how to do this. And the look that crossed their eyes, fear, just instantly, what? I was like, yeah, let me see it. So then I explained it, but then that fear. So this is when I knew that I was destined to teach, especially math, is because that fear look instantly went to like excitement, like the light bulb went off. I physically saw the light bulb go off, and they're like, hold on, let me try. They did it, and they came back, and I'm like, yep, that's right. And they got so excited. Then all their friends were like, wait, I want to know how to do this too. And so enough of them had the same question. So I was like, would y'all want me just to show you on the board what they're talking about? And they're like, yeah. And I lost my brain because it just felt so good. And they were telling me, and I know it's not the truth, y'all. I'm not a dum-dum. But they were like, oh my God, this is the first time we've learned all year. I know that they were just, pumping me up and blowing smoke, dirt, whatever up my hoochie skirt. But it still made me feel, I was like, this is what I want. This is what I want to try to go for. And so it was very different getting my own classroom. But from that point, if there was a basically the math teachers found out about it and got excited. So that's where I started subbing, and teachers would actually leave me actual lesson plans, because what they found out was that I would teach the lesson plan and they would come back, and for the very first time ever, they did not have to reteach a lesson. The kids understood it, the kids knew it, and they could move on. And so many of them were like, please don't get your teaching degree. Please don't get and I'm thinking, well, that's a little mean to say. I thought was doing a good job. Like, why would you not want me to get my, and I found, now that I'm a teacher, I know it's because you're not going to find, like, I know if someone comes into my classroom, I'm very likely not going to find someone that I could actually leave the lesson plan for and it get taught the way it needs to get taught and them understand and I can move on. So, I mean, I get it, but it was still a little bit of a, and it's one of the things I like about teaching math is because you do get those little light bulb moments, you know, so that's always wonderful. Let's see. The freshman. Hey, Melissa, you are not late from Joshua, Texas. Glad to see you. You're never late, y'all. Never glad. Just glad to see you. You finished Sunday Delight, Erin? Oh, I have not done that one yet. There's so many that I want to do, and I like, if I could kit up everything that I wanted to do, like right now, I would have to have my own room just for the kitted up paintings and holding room. And then like, it would take me forever because I'm one of those that when I have multiple canvases going, I rotate. Like I don't just stay working on one canvas. I'll do a section of this one, then I put that one to the side, and I pull up my next one. I do a section of that one and put it aside. So the rotation would just take forever. And so by the time I would never get finished with the canvas in like years if I were, but I want to, I do. I can't wait to see it, Erin. I bet it is gorgeous. Hello, Jen. How are you doing, girl? Hobby Lobby has 50%. I knew I forgot to do something today. I was going to go by Hobby Lobby today. I messed up. I should have done that. They have a lot of cute, cheap off canvases that would be great for someone starting diamond painting. I can't find them. Like, there is a diamond painting section in my Hobby Lobby, but it's not large, and there's not a lot there. There's like maybe 5 canvases. So either I'm looking in the wrong spot, or they just don't have much at mine. You would try to get away with certain things, or they would try to get away with certain things, but you always said, no, what do you think you're doing? Oh, I know. My kids will tell you that my favorite thing to say is, seriously? Like that's my words. I just seriously? Because, and I'm not saying seriously because I don't understand what they did. Well, most of the time I don't understand what they did, but I'm just like, seriously? Really? Like this is what we're doing today. Okay. You got to have that teacher look. Oh, thank you, Kim. You were a senior and they always thought you were a freshman. Oh, and the teacher looked at them and told them you were a senior and to behave, and if they didn't, they were going to be escorted to the principal's office. You know, I really wish that, see, in my day, oh my God, did I just do that? Did I? Oh Lord. I know I'm getting old, but I said it. In my day, I was actually, well, I can't really say that. Middle school, I was not scared of going to the principal's office because, well, unfortunately, I was not a good student in middle school or junior high school. So junior high school for us was from 7th to 9th grade. Okay. So I got to visit the principal's or assistant principal's office on a daily basis. So let's just say that if my teachers that had me as a student in junior high school were to find out what I do now, they would drop dead because they'd be like, you know, out of all the students that you could think of to pick that would have gone into education, I would not have made their list ever. So it's one of those things that, in fact, I remember my 8th grade math teacher. He was I'm gonna try to be nice, but he was not the best, and he told me straight out because he would not let me finish taking the test that would have allowed me to possibly get to go into algebra my 9th grade year instead of pre-algebra. And when I got upset, and he said it because of my behavior, and it was because I didn't let him do something that he wanted. He called me up there and I held my hand here, and well, that offended him. when he asked me to bend down, and I did this, and it offended him. So therefore, he sent me out in the hallway. So I didn't get to finish my test. And when I complained about it, he said, "It doesn't really matter. You're a woman. You're a girl. It's not like you're going to do anything in math or science." He's the one I would like to find and be like, Not only am I a math teacher, but I'm also certified in multiple sciences. So thank you very much. I'm sure he could care less. He doesn't remember who I am, though. But I have never ran into him. Then again, I also don't live in the same state because I used to live in Alabama. So, yeah. I'd need a cafeteria just to lay them all out. I'd need something just to lay them all out because I had even thought about getting those little, what do you call those? The blueprint. They have some sort of like blueprint table that you can like lay stuff on, and it allows you to like lay everything flat. I'd have to do that. But my only problem is that when I work on a map, because I work from the top down, and after I get to a certain point, I don't want it flippy floppy and everywhere, so I roll it at the top and I pin it. But if I laid it flat, I have to unpin it every single time, just to lay it flat. So that's one of the other reasons why I only have so many that I do at the same time. They're all over in different areas now. That is true. So I have to go look. I just need to go look through the store in all parts. They're in the Christmas section. Y'all, please do not get me started. I don't understand. It's not even Thanksgiving or Halloween yet, but we got Christmas up in stores. Okay, look, I'm a Halloween girly through and through, so it hurts my heart. I like Christmas, don't get me wrong. I like Christmas, but it hurts my heart to see Christmas at the same time as Halloween. I mean, unless you're going to do Nightmare Before Christmas, and then I'm all for it, y'all. I'm all for it. But, oh, yeah. Like, when you downgrade the Halloween section before Halloween to put up Christmas, it just makes me go, I want more Halloween stuff. Like, I would love to see just special Halloween, like, I really wish that they had more Halloween advent calendars. I know that advent calendars are a Christmas thing, but I know somewhere there's different ones that have Halloween advent calendars, and I'd like to find some of those. I really would. You ask the manager and you have a worker I may have to try that out. Oh, thank you, Melissa. That's so sweet. I appreciate it. Because of you only being 4'9", they always look. I'm only 5'1", and I'm hanging up. My kids say that I'm not 5'1", that I'm like 4'9" or 5 foot. I'm holding on to that 5'1". I'm 5'1". I don't care what anybody says. I'm 5'1". But the problem is the middle schoolers are about my height, and when I taught high school, they were all taller than me. I could sneak through the halls, and if they're just judging based off the top of the head, I heard all kinds of really interesting, sometimes conversations I didn't want to necessarily hear parts of. So they didn't think I was young necessarily. They just saw a short head and just didn't think that's a teacher. Yep. When I was 4'9", I also dated he was a basketball player. And y'all, we looked so funny. We went to the dance one time, and I was trying to hold his hand. He's got his hand all the way down here, and I basically am like holding his hand like this. They didn't want us slow dancing, though, because of, I guess, because I had to basically put my arms around his waist. The teacher's like, no, we're not doing that. So, but yeah, I've always had a thing for, I'm short, I've always had a thing for taller. My bestie is 6'1", or 6 foot, 6'1". See, I'm attracted to taller people sometimes. You had an accounting teacher tell your friend that she'd never amount to anything and would work at Harvey's. What's Harvey's? Okay, so I don't know what Harvey's is necessarily, but Jen, yeah, when they tell you stuff like that, it's just crazy. I can look online at Hobby Lobby. Okay, that's why you say Happy Hollow Thanksmas. I'm gonna have to start adopting that. Your husband had a teacher say he'd never get a job looking out the window. Well, he became a truck driver and looked out the window. Because sometimes you're like, look, I need you to pay attention. You're paying attention out there. You ain't gonna have no job looking out there. But yep, I can see where that comes from. Now you have to kind of watch stuff like that because I will tell kids, if you're going to plan on going into most fields, there's going to be additional education you don't have to do. That's what I just say. So the other thing that I wanted to talk about real quick, let y'all know. So I finally did get my nerve up to do that first crafting subscription box. But if you see the purple over there, do you see? There's 4 boxes sitting over there. And the thing was, I was trying to get people to let me know if they wanted me to continue doing it in chipmunk mode, or did they want me to try doing a voiceover. And I didn't have a lot of people comment because it's not a series that a lot of people watch necessarily, and I understand it and I get it. I still enjoy doing it, but I didn't get a lot of people really commenting, and just the two or three that did comment did say that oh, we love the chipmunk. But at the same time, like, part of me wants to attempt to try out one of these I wish that I had more of us. I mean, like, I know how to edit because, I do all my videos and I know how to edit. The only thing I don't know how to edit is how they do some of the cool stuff where they have like little pictures and animation. Like, I know how to do a picture, but I don't know how to do like an animation that's, or the little meme things that pop up. And yeah, I'd like to be able to learn how to do that. I just don't know how to do that. I do know that I will do chipmunk mode for this very next one because it's making pottery. That is going to be interesting. Like, I attempted soap. I still have some of my soaps. They were ugly as all get out. And they don't even, and I put lots of scent in them, and they don't smell like they smell like soap, but it was still fun. It took me a while scrubbing my table, though. I'm just really glad it was soap and not wax. So I know when I go to do this clay creation, whatever thing that I'm going to be doing, I think I need to go buy me, like, I'm thinking either one of those. I think they still sell these. Do they still sell the plastic table covers that you can put on your table where you can just, when it gets dirty, you can just wad it up and throw it away? I have not been to a party store in a while, so I don't even know if those things still exist because it's plastic. So I'm just really curious if they still have those plastic ones. Because look, I would be one of those that I would just like to go lay one out, plastic, do it, and once it gets all over the place, because I know it's going to, I could just wad it up afterwards and throw it in the trash and be done with it. Now, I will tell you, there is one of the crafts that Dollar Tree has them. I have to go to the Dollar Tree then and find me plastic tablecloth. Yes, thank you. But one of the boxes that I have, so far, and yes, y'all are getting the down skinny badoo of what the 4 craft boxes I have clay making. I have one that is embroidery, and I'm making a purse with a metal clutch. I'm not sure how exactly I'm going to film that, because embroidery is not usually something that people see people do. So I'm not sure if I should just show me starting it and then just, like, from time to time show some of the progress. And Lord, I'm not sure how the putting of the purse together is going to go. Then my third one, what is my third one? Oh my Lord, I have forgotten. I've already forgotten what the new one is. Oh, the new one is, the third one is paint pouring, I think. And then the most recent one is, I don't know. I'm not real. That's going to drive me nuts now that I'm not real sure which one it is. So, yeah. Oh, they have the seasonal ones? Okay. So that I don't care because I'm just going to be throwing it away. So seasonal would work for me. Chipmunk, the needlework. I am scared. I don't even know what I'm going to do with this little purse when I attempt to do it. It's going to be something. I can show her embroidery. It's like cross stitch that some of the diamond channels do. So like I guess I really haven't watched, like, do some of the crafters actually show the cross stitch happening? I guess I've never really seen that. Do they actually, I mean, I know they show, like, you know, this is what I've been working on and this is like that, but I don't know if they actually, I didn't know if they actually showed them cross stitching or not. Embroider, I have cross stitched before, but I have never embroidered. Like, it has all these weird, like, leaf looking things, and then they provided something in the kit, because yes, I've already looked at the kit. They provided something in the kit that they don't even tell you what it's for. I have no clue what it's for. I don't know what I'm supposed to use it for. I don't know what the purpose of it is. And so now I'm like, I'm staring at it going, what am I? Because at first I thought, oh, I can just choose my design. No, I can't. No, I can't. The fabric has the design stamped on it. So I can't choose a different design. So I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do with those thingos. I'm definitely going to ask it in my video, though. Your coworker keeps getting annoyed. She started an adult craft program at your library for embroidery to keep coming and asking for the diamond. I am telling you, it's a little different, right? Trying to do, like I said, I've never done, the most embroidery I ever did was one of my cross stitch paintings asked for a French knot. That's it. So I've never done whatever this thing is that you got to do to fill in a leaf, and like it's, I think the purse will be pretty. Well, okay. Let me rephrase that. If it turns out like it's supposed to be pretty, what actually comes out of my hands might not be. So that's what's going to be the interesting part. Oh, they do show it. Stitching videos are usually whipping chats. Okay. Matt says, I'm sure it sometimes frustrates you, but I find watching you fumble through other random crafts in chipmunk mode hilarious. See, that was the whole thing to me behind chipmunk mode, as far as like for doing the crafting chipmunk. Like, that was my idea, that I wanted something, since it's a craft that I've never done before. So I can't be an expert in something I've never done before. So I know that when I try something new, shenanigans are going to happen. Things are going to happen, and I don't censor myself. I censor myself as far as I'm not going to cuss. You're not going to find me cussing. Now, you might find me having creative words that just, that is me. Instead of cussing, I say, you know, fingerstackers, or I say something weird off the wall, whatever. But I know that when you put it in the chipmunk mode, I mean, I've just been told by people that I tend to be funny, and I'm not necessarily trying to be funny, I'm just being me, but it just tends to come out hilarious. And so that was kind of the whole purpose of it, is that I wanted to try these new crafts that I've never done before, and I wanted to be able to give people a laugh, because sometimes I think that, and it's not necessarily in the crafting community, there's a few YouTubers that I follow, like big YouTubers that review craft kits and things like that, and I love watching them because they are unapologetically like, what is this, you know, and they'll tell you, but like they have multiple camera setups, and I don't have that opportunity at present. But I just thought, you know, you don't always find something that can just make you belly laugh. And so when people go, I hope you don't mind, but I laughed my head off at the crafting chipmunk video, and I'm like, no, that's what I wanted. You know, I'm not necessarily trying to be funny, but I know that it sometimes comes out funny. So Diamond and Things is one of the channels that does. I'm gonna have to go check that out. You was on vacation last week, and they asked, when is the diamond painting lady gonna be? I'm telling you, people, because if you cross stitch, this is the problem. If you cross stitch and you mess up, you got to frog it. That was the one thing that used to drive me nuts. And then, of course, my problem is I would do it. I'd mess up. I'd have to frog it, and I'd do it again and mess up again. Have to frog it again. So by the time I got a chance to get it right, them holes are like super big, and you could drive a Mack truck through them. So yeah. You do change when you get all them drills away from their parents. Start part. You got to smack them, dack them, right? You just got to get. They don't want to behave. They're like I can't, you know. And people think it's called love taps. I'm not hurting the drill. I'm just love tapping them. I agree, Kathy. YouTube is great for learning how to do all the crafts. But see, now that's going to drive me nuts that I can't think of what craft is sitting in there in that. But you know what? This is going to be my little mini show until. Hold on a second. I'm gonna go grab those 4 boxes. Because now I can't tell. They got my 4 boxes. Now I can tell what. Yes, I know y'all got to see exactly how big I am. I'm sorry. I know I'm a bigger girl, but that's okay. So as I told you, this one, which is the next one, I am fairly certain that is not how mine's going to look. I love how that's how theirs looks. And where's the other one? The other one is some sort of this. Y'all know daggone well that mine's not going to look like that. Mine's going to look like some kindergartner tried making a pot for their mama. Maybe it'll hold water. So that's literally the very next one. Then this one, see, this one's light. This one is the embroidery. Y'all want to see what it's supposed to be? So what this purse is supposed to look like when it's done versus, I'm telling you, it's not going to look like this when I'm done with it. Did they even show a picture of the purse? I could have swore they showed a picture of the purse. Yeah. That's what that purse is supposed to look like when it's all said and done. Do you think that's what it's going to look like when it's all said and done? I don't think so. I'll be lucky if them flowers even look like flowers. And if I can manage to do whatever this is to make the metal go on it. So that'll be interesting. I'm pretty sure this cannot be paint for. What is this one now? Oh, see, okay. Now this one is one that I might actually do not in chipmunk mode because I have made jewelry before. So I actually do know how to do jewelry. So this one I might actually do in a voiceover mode because this one is one that I do know how to do. And that, get back in your hole. Nobody told you to get out of it. Get in the hole. So this one has to be the paint pour. Or no, it's not paint pour. It's called water marbling. What I'm going to marble, I don't know. They gave me a tray. But I don't know if that's what I'm marbling or if there's something else that I'm marbling or if it's canvases or if it's these bookmarks. But I'm marbling something. Did it even tell me what I'm marbling? Maybe canvases or something. So that'll be interesting because that one doesn't have to look, I don't know, but knowing me, I'll find some way to make it look, like I'll be attempting to make it look funky and fun and it'll look funky and weird. I don't know why I thought it was paint pouring, but it's not. I do have a kit that I ordered from a long time ago. I ordered it from one of my favorite YouTubers who does craft kits, like old craft or different craft kits. She's called The Nerdy Crafter, and I love her to death. And so she created this Not Another craft kit, and so one of these days I'm going to get brave enough to get that thing out and attempt, because you get to make a figurine. Yeah, and you can even make it as a dragon. I'm going to attempt to make it as a dragon. I'm not sure what my little dragon's going to look like when I do it, but I'm going to try it when I can get brave enough to reach that point. Let's see. Sherry, all you know is when you go watch those videos when I post them, you're going to have to use the bathroom first because you're going to be laughing so hard. See, that's the whole thing. It's like, I never know if people just quietly chuckle or if people like really actually like laugh. I'm hoping for good, deep belly laughs. That's what that would make me feel good. If I literally make tears come to your eyes, that would make, like, in a good way. I don't mean in a crying way. Like, you may see what I make, and if you are one that does that crap, like, I feel so bad. I'm pretty sure that there were some people that are soap makers that saw what I created, and they had tears of sadness coming down their eyes going, what an abomination did this woman do? Look, I just tried to follow the directions. And obviously, I am not one that knew how to follow the directions well. So it didn't come out purty like it was supposed to. It is still functional soap, though. My only fear is I really think I should not have put the flowers in them because I'm pretty sure those can't go down the sink. So I'm gonna have to I'm gonna have to be careful when I wash with those. You say Christmas trees, you started when your son repeated a bad word. Well, mine kind of started because, well, I mean, I've always kind of made up really weird words. I mean, it's not that I'm opposed to, it's not like I've never cussed before in my life, y'all. I have, and I still do from time to time. But once I had kids, I started censoring myself. Now, the kid's father thought it was hilarious. So when the kids would repeat a cuss word, it's not me that they heard it from, it was their daddy they heard it from. But when his mother would say, where'd you learn that word from? They'd go, it's a mommy word, because he taught them to say those are called mommy words. So then, of course, she turned her look at me and like, no. That did not come from me. And then everybody thought it was absolutely hilarious. And so it's a kind of a running joke in my family now, that now that I have a grandbaby, Jasmine thinks it's funny that she's going to, I said, you better not, so help me. She's like, yeah, she says a cuss word. We're going to say it's a Gigi word. No, it's not. Stop it. I don't say those kind of words. But it's really helped being a teacher because there are times, things I may say silently in my head are very different. I don't censor myself inside my head, but I do censor myself what comes out because, you just can't say, especially in middle school and high school, they get you good. And they will not let you forget it either. Oh, Kim, you're built the same way. I'm sorry if I gave the illusion that I wasn't a chunky monkey, but I is a chunky monkey. And I do that is a goal that I want to do. I do want to work on that. But this is me. This is who I am. As a chunky monkey, short chunky monkey. But I'm still a good person, so it doesn't matter what the outside looks like. I've got nice inner parts. Cracker shells for twins who have brown hair. Aw, thank you. You're so sweet. You made a bead crochet coin purse with a metal. Sarah, and you may have to give me some tips because I'm telling you right now, that's going to come out crazy when I try to do whatever stitch that is that connects the fabric to the metal. Oh no, it looked kind of complicated, and so I'm scared. So I thought when they gave you a project like this, I thought that maybe the metal handle would have like these nice little beautiful holes that you just stitch in. I didn't see those, or if they did, that's not the kind of stitching that they want. So this is going to be interesting, to say the least. And who the heck am I going? Who wants a purse like that? Who am I going to give that purse to? I'm not going to use that purse. I'll go ahead and take it because it's going to be small. I'm not going to use that purse. I don't know what I'm going to do with it though. At least I was able to give away some of the soaps because family members were like, "Oh, I'll try it." I'm like, "Good. Here you go. Here's some soap." I made 6. I have 3 left. Let's see. Canvas would be great. It would be. You used to do marble nail polish. You know what? I have seen some of that, and that looks pretty cool. And you know, I do make my own nails. I may with this water marbling. Did I use up all my words today at school? Marbling. Maybe when I do that craft, maybe I should do me some nails with it if I can figure out how to make it stick on stuff. You know what? Maybe I should do that. I'll ask that in the next one of the videos. I'll ask if I should do that with it. I think that would be cool. Oh my God, Matt. I love you to death, sweetie. I'm so sorry it traumatized you. Aw, thank you, Sue. You're so sweet. I can always count on Sue to be a sweetheart of me. As your son used to tell you, there's more of you to love. There's a lot of me to love, and I got a lot of love to give. So, you know, it just had to be in a bigger package. You love my sassy self. Well, no, I was going to say sometimes I'm not sassy, but no, even at school today, I found myself being sassy, and I had to drown, because you know, one of the things you're told you're not supposed to do, like sarcasm with the kids. But I'm Gen X, and sarcasm runs through our blood. I had to stop myself a couple of different times and go, no, we're not going to say that today. So I said that inside my head and then tried to say something different. But yeah, I tend to be a little sassy, but I'm okay. That is me, unapologetically. When you was 16, you broke your foot pretty good. Oh my God, look. Okay, I have not broken anything. Knock on wood. I'm hoping I don't do it now. They had to come and get you and take you to the hospital. Plus, your brother was homesick with a pretty, oh my gosh, that would not be fun. Nosebleed, well, Danny used to get them so bad. I know how to deal with nosebleeds, and you know, so that one I am AD certified on. Oh, thank you, Darla. I appreciate that. Like I said, I have gotten a lot more self-confidence with the hair. I'm not necessarily as confident, you know, in the body area, but you know what? If people don't like it, they can look away. They don't have to look. They don't have to be. They can look away. My granddaughter, no, she is not going to say it's Gigi words, because they're not. Oh, give it to me. You think my granddaughter would like that purse? Oh, yeah, play with it. She would. I guess I just worry because it's got a metal clasp. But she would definitely have to be older. I don't want her, you know, catching her little fingers in it, because that was scary. But she could definitely use it for dress up, right? Because I'm pretty sure Jasmine's gonna. She's gonna have to. Jasmine used to love dress up, so she's gonna have a dress up section for her. Your brother had to hold your foot and his nose at the same time. Oh my. The hospital had speed bumps in the emergency, and I told my mother, Mom, I said, forgive me, but I have to. When you're in pain, they just say, go ahead. Oh my gosh, it's already 9:02. I will say this, and then I'll let y'all go. When my kids, once they realized that I was not a huge proponent of cussing, they made it their mission to cuss more often. So anytime that they would cuss, I'd be like, watch your English, or no, I'd say, watch your language, or like, I'll just say the word language, and they'll go, English. Really? So that's their thing now. If I go language, they say English. Sometimes they'll say Spanish, and I'm like, you're so funny. But y'all, it's already 9 o'clock. Thank y'all so much for hanging out with me. I greatly appreciate it. And so, look forward to whatever the clay creation turns out to be. But I'm gonna have to go get me some of the plastic. I gotta go to Dollar Tree, go get me some plastic tablecloths to be able to attempt my clay something. It's gonna be something. So I hope that y'all had a fun time here. I always love it when y'all come and join. I hope that you have a wonderful start to the week, and I will see you guys Well, I'll see you on the live next week, but hopefully you'll see a video come out soon. So you'll get a chance to see me attempt something over there. All right, so I'm gonna leave you like I always do. Reach for the stars, grab hold on, and never let go. Until the next time. Bye, guys. Wait, how do I gotta hit this.